The Central District Health Department continues to monitor those mosquito pools in order to contain the West Nile virus. Take out your phone and buy it now, pay it later. Well, the snow from last night's storm, not enough to keep the Chase County Longhorns pinned up inside. Coming to the state fair means getting on a ride or two, but you can't have fair without the food. Thanksgiving dinner isn't all about sticking with the basics of turkey and stuffing. It could be about trying new things. A new year is here, and so are new challenges as pharmacies face medication shortages. Filling up at the pump could cost you close to $5 a gallon. But imagine the cost filling up a tractor like the one behind me. Well, it's not out with the old, but improving upon the foundation. Gift card scammers will take a normal looking gift card like this and will actually change the numbers on the back of the card. More than 100 million Americans will be living in hotter areas by mid-century. One question voters may be having today is, where do I vote? They say fires have been a big reason for more calls this year. Horses like Rosie here are helping kids in more ways than one. The Lincoln Police Department is investigating a crash that killed 2 people and injured several others. Now, it's Labor Day, but it's also National Cheese Pizza Day.
What?
Yeah.
Really? So it was this right here.
Mount Carmel home rattled by a holiday thief.
A week ago, Friday morning, one of our residents had opened her blinds in the morning and noticed one of her birdhouses and one of her bird feeders was missing.
Thinking maybe the items had blown down the street, Hanson and her staff scoped the perimeter only to find
Another bird feeder on the same side of the building was missing. Then we knew something was up.
But it did not end there. After more inspection, Hanson says several other bird feeders were missing, including a shepherd's hook. This prompted Hanson to file a police report, but the damage already hitting home.
So disheartening and just frustrating and feeling very violated. Whomever did this, they went through 2 fence lines and 2 courtyards to get to certain feeders.
Planning to simply replace the stolen bird feeders, administrator at Mount Carmel, Emily Birdsley, decided to post on Facebook about what happened, and you wouldn't believe what came next.
Once we posted it, I did ask if anyone has an extra one just laying around, if they wanted to donate it to us, that would be great. And lo and behold, we ended up with all of this.
Over 100 birdhouses were donated by the Kearney community, replacing much more than what was missing to begin with.
It's like out of such a yucky thing that was hateful and ugly, love won. This is just fantastic, the support. We just are overwhelmed. Yeah. And it just keeps coming.
That's right, from bird feed to bird houses, the donations are continuing to fly in.
It's Nebraska. There's no place like it.
Kearney Police Department tells me there are no leads yet to the bird feeder theft, but they are still investigating. They recommend
house security system or a doorbell, a camera system integrated into your doorbell of some type are good ideas. None of them are foolproof, but those are some ideas and some ways to help prevent things from getting stolen.
Now, Mount Carmel Home plans to pay it forward by donating the overflow to other nursing homes in the area, because bird feeders seem to be the gift that keeps on giving.
If anyone is ever looking for something that would be of good use in a nursing home, bird feeder all the way.
Reporting, I'm Taylor Leverett. Protesters at the steps of the state capitol calling out Nebraska legislatures and the American Legion.
In September, Nebraska leadership used the Legion to get a convicted sex offender pardoned.
John Arias, the convicted sex offender, is member of the Nebraska American Legion, an organization aimed at helping veterans coming back from war. Now, a much different sentiment being heard about Arias and his recent pardon by the state.
It's on a national committee, and he stated he wanted off so that he just wanted off of it, and he used the Legion to do it.
The victim, Jody Snowgren, says she found out by accident about Arias's pardon.
Just a little over a week ago, someone read it in one of the not too far away newspapers and called me and said, "Did you know this was happening?" And so I Googled it and found out. I was angry.
Snowgren goes on to say that no one, either from the Nebraska Board of Pardons or the American Legion, reached out to her personally about their decision.
I did reach out to the Legion office and tried to explain some things that I thought maybe they should have taken into consideration before they stood behind him. And I got a very short response basically saying they knew what they were doing.
According to the Nebraska Examiner, Governor Pete Ricketts says Arias has shown remorse. In a statement to the Examiner, he said, quote, "He has not had any offenses since serving his sentence and has since become an active member of the veteran community, helping others who suffer from PTSD," end quote. We reached out to the Nebraska Board of Pardons for comment, but no one was available to speak. And we also reached out to Arias for comment, but were met with,
"Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system."
Now, over a month since the pardon, protesters at the What About Us rally, some of which who are family members of the Nebraska American Legion, say they want justice.
We have lost our confidence in our leadership, and we should not do that. In the next coming months, we want these legionnaires that incorrectly used their positions to be removed from the offices that they hold on the national and state level.
Reporting in Lincoln, I'm Taylor Leverett. Pouring red sand to spread a message.
It's not what you would picture in the movies of someone, grabbing somebody off the street and all of that. It's a lot of sometimes, like I said, that relationship where there's a relationship between the trafficker and the survivor, and that relationship is what helps the trafficker to control that survivor and get them to do what they want them to do.
Take one of these?
Yep, you can take one.
Is there supposed to be designated?
Someone that was here pouring sand talking about how it happens their places, and we're like, no, it does happen in Grand Island. So yeah, I mean, that's still something that we're really needing to bring awareness to our community and all communities. It happens in all communities.
At a rate you wouldn't believe, the Nebraska Human Trafficking Task Force putting out a report. Since 2020, the state has filed an average of 1.5 sex trafficking prosecutions per month.
There's just some really bad people out there.
Governor Jim Pillen signing a proclamation declaring January as Human Trafficking Awareness Month. Pillen expresses his passion to stopping such crime.
When I think about being the father of 2 daughters and the grandfather of 3 baby granddaughters, and I think of the evilness of this, it just pierces my heart deeply.
Human trafficking knows no boundaries.
And it could be happening right in your neighborhood. In Grand Island, it was only 2 years ago. Larkins was part of a 4-year investigation into Muhammad Guri, a man guilty of human trafficking.
That's why it's so important to do events like this and educate the public.
To shine a light for victims who may fall through the cracks. Reporting, I'm Taylor Leverett.